Good morning and welcome to this presentation. So now we have talked about how AI can help in home care, where there is not much of medical decisions involved, how it can be used in clinical decision making, in diagnostics, and also in high intensity areas like your triage in the accident and emergency. Today, this presentation is how AI can streamline resuscitation. So it is from real-time vitals monitoring to CPR feedback and faster decision making. AI is transforming resuscitation one heartbeat at a time. So is there a role for AI in resuscitation now, or is the role likely to evolve better? So the clinical scenarios are from my personal collections and consent has been taken. Okay, I told about the previous tagline there, which was in the previous slide, one heartbeat at a time. Now, this tagline was AI generated. Are we there yet? We can have fancy taglines, but then the ground situation should match the tagline, or the tagline should match the ground situation. As much as there is hope, there is equal apprehension, and it should be there to enable us to constantly clinically validate for safety and then efficacy. First is safety, then efficacy. So now, what about AI in resuscitation? It can be constantly recording the vital signs that your monitors anyway will be doing. But when the monitors are AI enabled, they'll be throwing alarms. They'll be directing you that things are going downhill or they are even improving because they are looking at the monitor, they are looking at the data real time. Whereas when you are resuscitating, everybody is, sort of scattered in their attention. The person looking at the endotracheal tube is there. The nurse starting the IV line is there. Of course, the team leader is having a bird's eye view. He has to. But for him to keep looking at the monitor, to keep looking at how the procedures are going on, simultaneously there is a cognitive bias. It will set in. So there is another pair of eyes helping him draw his attention to things which are deteriorating. Definitely it's a welcome step. Real-time decision support also can go on. They can say your mean arterial pressure is not okay. Even though the systolic is okay, your diastolic is okay, but the mean arterial pressure is not appropriate. It will be drawing your attention to physiology, which you may be missing to calculate from your monitors. And when you have a cardiac arrest, there is automated CPR feedback devices telling you. Previously, we used to look at the monitor and decide this is a VF. There was no prompt coming from there. We used to look at the monitor and decide whether this is shockable. No prompt will come. So all those things are taken care of. Resource optimization in the ICU. Naturally, when you are sort of somebody else is helping you, naturally your resources will be well distributed. And of course, you can use AI in medical training. Now, whenever you have a highly charged situation like this, obviously you cannot stop the proceedings and start teaching your students. So you can recreate these simulations. They can be from your own practical day-to-day problems that you had in the hospital. You can use it as an AI teaching tool for your students. You need not go and bring up issues that happened in another country or issues that happened in another hospital. You can use the same video recording with your AI help. You'll be able to teach your students. So now that was a case of upper GI bleeding. He had bled enough and he has come in extremis. When I say extremis, the BP is hardly recordable at the time of presentation. Now, whenever there is an upper GI bleed, there are certain scores. Now we have left the resuscitation. We are talking about how to risk stratify. There are ways of finding out. There are two methods. One is the raw call, other one is the Glasgow. You can see the number of factors used and the number of factors used to risk modify. Now, these will risk modify with these many factors, hardly anything, 5 or 6. This is little better, some more. But look at AI. It can factor in so many factors. It can take in all this from your electronic health records, from the previous history, from the medications that he is taking, which you may not be available in your emergency setting. Like in this emergency setting, it won't be available for you. But your AI has gathered all this information in a fraction of a second and able to make sense out of it. So naturally, the predictions will be far better. Now, it not only predicts prognosis, it also may tell you what decision to do next. So, what about they have compared the AI model to the rule-based models and they have found out it is consistently doing better. This is area under the curve, ROC. It is definitely doing better. So, what does it do? It gives risk stratification. Number 2, triage decisions. Triage decisions in the sense that this patient will go to the ICU. Now, potentially EHR integration in the frontline decision support because it has taken all the data from the electronic health records. So it has got a far higher accuracy. Here you can see it in the graph that all the time the AI is beating the rule-based scores in whatever efficiency you want to look at. So that is it for this presentation. Thank you very much. And as I told you, AI is not the panacea for everything. These presentations are just to tell you how AI can be given in the home care where there is not much medical decisions to be made, how it can help a person in that journey. To the extreme of your resuscitation, cardiac arrest also. Now, this does not mean that we'll offload all our work to the AI. No. In fact, we must be much more guarded now because there is a very unknown, probably a very intelligent source willing to help us. We need to have a check on it. So thank you all very much and please do comment so that we'll bring out better videos, better content. And this is on behalf of DocStripe AI where I'm the subject matter expert. So thank you very much.